Speaker Mike Johnson alerts White House GOP of reluctance to extend ACA subsidies. In a recent phone conversation with senior officials in the White House, Speaker Mike Johnson, the Republican leader from Louisiana, signaled that the majority of House Republicans are not prepared to back a further extension of the enhanced subsidies that were added to the Affordable Care Act during the pandemic era. Johnson's message, relayed by multiple insiders, highlights a deep-seated wariness within the GOP about expanding federal spending on health care, especially at a time when the nation is bracing for a possible surge in medical costs as the temporary subsidies expire. According to Johnson, many members of the Republican caucus view the continuation of these subsidies as a political liability that could fuel higher premiums and out-of-pocket expenses for Americans in 2026. The speaker's remarks come as President Trump's policy team is reportedly drafting a health care plan that would extend the pandemic-era subsidies for an additional 2-year period, a move that would require bipartisan support to survive a Senate vote and the potential presidential veto. Johnson's caution reflects a broader strategic calculation. House Republicans are balancing the desire to protect vulnerable consumers from a sudden spike in insurance costs against the party's longstanding emphasis on reducing the federal budget deficit and limiting the role of government in healthcare markets. The speaker suggested that any attempt to push the subsidy extension forward without solid backing from the House could lead to a contentious legislative showdown, further complicating the administration's efforts to deliver on its health care agenda. The stakes are high. Analysts warn that if the enhanced subsidies lapse as scheduled, millions of Americans could face sharply higher premiums, potentially pushing some families out of the insurance market altogether. Meanwhile, the White House is keen to showcase a compassionate approach to healthcare affordability, positioning the subsidy extension as a cornerstone of its broader policy platform. Johnson's warning therefore serves as a reminder that any final agreement on the ACA subsidies will likely require delicate negotiations, concessions, and perhaps a reframing of the policy to align with Republican fiscal priorities. As the 2026 election cycle looms, both parties will be watching closely how this issue unfolds, knowing that health care costs remain a pivotal concern for voters across the political spectrum.